Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful time with your friends and your family during the past couple days during the holidays. Oh, I'm just going to put this up again. And I'm wondering if you are back at work this week, or did you take the week off between Christmas and New Year's? I'm here. I'm at work, working for today and tomorrow. And then on Monday, of course, I have the Burnout Recovery Workshop. So that's Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific. It's a 3-hour workshop. It's not just like an hour webinar. It's a full-on workshop where we're digging into spa owner burnout. And you may not even be feeling like you've hit the wall of burnout, but maybe you are just feeling tired and depleted and really just not enjoying it as much as you used to, and wondering if this gig is all that what you thought it might be. So today I want to talk about something that we will be bringing up for sure in the Burnout Recovery Workshop, but I wanted to bring it up for you today because it affects everybody. And that is the question of who is throttling back your potential, the growth of your business, your own personal potential. We're really talking about spa business as far as what we're talking about today. But, it gets really frustrating because you as a spa owner, there's a lot of responsibilities for you to take on. All of a sudden got all of these messages. There's a lot of responsibilities for you to take on, and you may be wondering why things are not working out like you thought they would be. And when you started this business, you felt that full potential within you. But as we move along, as we work in our business, as we work with clients, as we work with team members, as we learn things, we start losing sight of our potential because there's a lot of distraction. There's a lot of mental clutter going on that we have to think about. There's a lot of distraction just in, how we move around in the day, whether it's on digital platforms, whether it's with clients. So we can lose sight of what our potential is. And that can lead you down the road to burnout, whether you actually hit the wall of burnout or not. So when we're talking about who is throttling back your potential, unfortunately, it's not it's not lack of money. It's not lack of opportunity. It's not lack of, it's not your staff that are throttling back your potential. It's you. It's you. And this isn't to play a blame game. This is really about picking up on a new skill of personal awareness. Because if you are wanting to up your business game in your spa, it means that you will have to take on a new, very healthy habit of personal awareness of what is happening in your own head. The thoughts that you're thinking and the actions that take place after you think those thoughts, all of those pieces of creating your own potential can get totally bogged down by your subconscious mind. It's crazy. Your conscious mind is really only responsible for about 5% of your thoughts. Your subconscious mind is responsible for 95% of what's happening with your thoughts. To me, that is absolutely astounding. It's not a new, I've known this stat for quite a long time, and you might too, but it bears repeating because I think we forget. And we think that we have much more control about what we do than we actually have, because we get so caught up in the daily, doing, completing tasks, giving treatments, working with our team members, that's part of the distraction, and we let our subconscious mind run most of the show. So, with that knowledge that 95% of your potential is being throttled back by your subconscious mind, that can make you kind of a little annoyed. It makes me annoyed, but we don't want you to feel annoyed. We just want you to be aware so that you're not getting down on yourself. You're not thinking that there's something wrong with me. Why can't I earn more sales? Why can't I get more bookings? Why won't my launches work? Why don't my maybe you brought in a new product line, maybe you brought in a service and it kind of flopped, and you're really owning a lot of what happened. Yes, you had a piece of that as part of your responsibility, but let's just back up the bus here, because if you've got your subconscious mind running the show and throttling your potential, we've got to get a handle on it. So last week in my spa business break, I made a very strong point of saying that if you want to make changes in your business, so for what got you here is not going to get you to this next level. And to get you to this next level, we have to get your head right. So this is this next part of this conversation of you got to get your head right if you want to hit that next level to appreciate and see your next piece of potential, the next piece of the pie for potential. So what I thought was really interesting was that at Christmas, every Christmas, my husband usually gets me a book. I'm curious if you guys got books too. I want to know what you got, if they were any business books, any self-improvement books. My husband got me this book. It's going to be backwards. You Are a Badass. And I've seen this circulating around for quite a long time. And it's a great read. It's an easy read. And it's not really anything new, but if you are if you've been feeling like, what's going on with my potential? I have all these dreams and aspirations and I have goals and I am just not reaching them. This would be a great place to start. Because it actually ironically talks a lot about some of the pieces in here talk about the same things that we're going to be going over and in depth in our burnout recovery workshop. So I thought it was a bit serendipitous that I got this for Christmas and I was reading it and little pieces as I was going along. I'm like, oh yes, this is so good. So I wanted to show this book to you in case you can't make the workshop and you want to start dipping your toes into starting to understand what is throttling back your own potential. And what I really liked about this book, she's got some great terminology for things. And when we're talking about the conscious mind versus the subconscious mind, with the subconscious mind, we're also talking about the ego. And not the kind of ego that's all about bravado, but we're talking about the ego who is part of our human brain, our human consciousness, that is really trying to just protect you, try to keep you safe. And it will do all sorts of sabotaging in order to keep you small. Because anytime we decide to think big, anytime we decide to, you know what, I am going to dig into some of my stuff. I'm going to dig into some of my habits. I'm going to dig into some of my thinking, and I'm going to change some of those things. When you start doing the work, your ego will try to do everything and anything it can to protect you. So there will be situations that fall into your lap that may just give you excuses as to why you can't take the next level. But really, it's about that piece of awareness and understanding things for what they are, not seeing them at face value and just kind of bumbling along at life and not really taking into consideration the psychological aspects of our own human potential. So what I liked about this book is that she called the ego the big snooze. And I think that's such an apt name for it because it is a big snooze. It's a big bore. It's keeping things boring, not very exciting, but of course it's keeping us safe. So in order to reach our full potential or even the next level of potential, we need to learn how to deal with the big snooze. We need to learn how to deal with our ego, and not in a way that is blaming or shaming or, trying to control, but in a way that is about understanding ourselves better. Because when we understand ourselves better, we can start creating change in the way we think. When we create change in the way we think, we start creating change in the way we take action. And when we take action that is changed and based on clean thoughts, we are able to start stepping up into our full potential. So when you are feeling burnt out, maybe you're on the road to burnout, it's really critical that you learn how your brain works and how in some ways our own brains sabotage our success, because then you're able to see these pieces of what you're, see these pieces of your brain, see these pieces of how you're thinking, and not necessarily own them. They may be part of your inner critic. They may be part of old belief systems. They may be part of old programming that you picked up as a child, that you weren't good enough, that you're not smart, that you're not good at math, that you're not organized enough. All of those little pieces build up and they stick in our heads and mess with us when it comes time to, when we're ready consciously to reach our full potential. So, when you are ready to take those next steps, a lot of times we're at the place in the beginning, end of December, beginning of January, where we're thinking about, what's next for us for 2019. We're in dream mode. It's awesome mode to be in. I love being in there. But you're also... what's also kind of behind you is what happened in 2019, and that might be, you might not have reached the goals that you wanted to reach, and it may be kind of niggling at the back of your mind and affecting how you are thinking to go forward in 2019. So let's clean up some of the stuff that's happening in our head. So what I will, this is a workshop, the Burnout Recovery Workshop is going to be co-taught. It's going to be taught by myself. I'm going to be teaching the practical, tactical pieces of recovering from burnout for spa business. And then my friend Arnie Peterson, who is a registered clinical hypnotherapist, as well as a master energy worker, and he is a master at energy management. So for all of you who have commented or written about feeling like clients are sucking your energy, that you're being drained by clients or staff or just by your business in general, this is the answer for you. Arnie is going to be walking you through step by step and teaching you how to manage your energy better so that you're not like a puddle of goo at the end of the day and you still have either some work to do for the spa, or you got to go home and be a part of the family. So Arnie is going to be teaching you about the emotional management, as well as the energetic management of being a spa owner. I'm going to be teaching you the practical management because we really got to help you get your head straight in order for you to start even working on your 2019 goals. Because otherwise, you're going to do the same thing as you did last year. You started working on your 2018 goals, but if you didn't clean up belief systems, if you didn't clean up your thinking in general, if you don't have any understanding about how the brain, the ego works with performance, then the same thing as last year is going to happen this year. You're going to get to about March, April, and you're going to start losing some steam because it's not about willpower. This is not about willpower at all. If you are just relying on willpower to build your business, to increase your, up your leadership game, to increase your earnings, then it's going to be a really, really tough, hard road for you. So we've got to clean up the head first, then we can, start working on those details about how to reach your goals. So as far as the Burnout Recovery Program, we start on Monday at 10 a.m. It's a 3-hour workshop via Zoom. So we're all going to be meeting online. It will be recorded for you if you can't make it, because I do understand that it's New Year's Eve, but I really wanted to get this in before you head back to work or before you hit 2019. I thought it would be a really great way to start the new year. So if you have any more questions about the class, it's going to be split up into 3 sections. The first section is the business tactical practical piece. Then we're going to have a break. Then we're going to move on to emotional management, and then we're going to finish with energy management. And Arnie has an amazing gift for you. For those of you that join us, you get to take home a custom, I think it's about it's between 10 and 15 minute guided meditation for you. And the meditation, we're going to be doing it at the very end of the class, and then you're going to be given the file for it. And the intention for that is to make sure that you have some tools on hand at work or even at home for when you need to manage your energy or even your emotions. So you'll be able to use that quick meditation. It's called a light bath meditation. thinking about like a light shower, and it really helps to get you connected and grounded and getting your head back into the right space to finish your day and feeling more refreshed and like you can cope. So that is a bonus for all of our attendees on Monday. So that is for me. That's it for me for today's spa business break. I really just want to talk about healing the brain, healing your emotions, healing your burnout, healing your just like feeling not great about yourself and your spa business. Because if we can't get our heads cleared and in the right headspace, then making any tactical growth goals, nothing really much happens with that. You can make those goals, but if you don't have your head in the right space, then the goals just stay on paper and they don't actually ever get actualized. So that's it for me today for Spa Business Break. If you have any questions about the Burnout Recovery Workshop that's happening on Monday, or if you just want to talk about burnout in general, or just if you're feeling crappy, I'm happy to help. I'm happy just to be an ear as well. So you can leave a comment here, or you can send me a direct message. Anyways, for those of you that have already registered, I'm really looking forward to seeing you on Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific. That would be 1 p.m. Eastern time. And we are really going to dig into some really cool stuff about how your mind works and giving you new tools to take through to 2019 to start actually realizing your full potential. Start working towards that. Anyways, that's it for me. Thanks so much for joining me here on Thursday Spa Business Break, and we'll see you next Thursday.